Hello, everybody, this is Crow's Tech Master, and welcome back to another episode of Crow's Newsletter. This week we're going to be talking about Metroid, which is going to be interesting. Before we talk about Metroid, we're going to see what happened this week. I got 2 episodes of Super Mario coming out, of course, that's the main series I am doing. I am going to be doing a little bit of Minecraft, but that will be next week, and I'll explain, and I'll tell you that in my next newsletter. But let's start digging into the Metroid series. And obviously we're going to primarily start from the NES one, which I'm playing a little bit, in which I am surprised how good they actually launched that game. And I mean not launched, but like how they developed it, presented it, and how the gameplay actually went out, which was interesting for me, very interesting. First of all, it had a lot of options, not too many options, but a good amount. The world map in general was the most amazing part, because it offered a lot of space, a little, some diversity, and it was more like a maze. That's what the Metroid series is, more like a maze. And as the game progressed, the maze became more complicated to the point that it was more of a 3D maze. And now you were, I was forced to explore a bit longer because there were more options than just a 2-dimensional, input. And, obviously you could put doors and other entrances, but it was still very limited. Now with this, with the 3D, I expect we really added on. But let's talk about the story. Pretty much you're a bounty hunter who has this genetic mutation or enhancement by an ancient super species, but that allows you to wear this armor, aka they make you wear the Samus, from Samus, or that suit thing. I can't remember off the top of my head what they're really called. But with that, it allows you to, with that suit, it allows you to perform many different moves with the grappling, enhanced speed, jump, and different long-range weapons, which made you a perfect, bounty hunter. On top of that, you were off exploring, collecting, killing, just things. One of them was called the Metroid. It's like a little squid-like thing. If you don't know it. It's kind of like, squid-like thing with a brain inside, which provided like an ample amount of energy for this power, pretty much. Samus went off to destroy pretty much the race at 1, which comes in, the Super Metroid, which personally is a really good game. They implemented the wall jump, which was very interesting. Because Samus, is really cool. She's like really that agile when it comes to that character. Now, I like the Metroid series, due to the fact that it has somewhat of a story, except, Metroid Other M, I heard, which really sucked, which I personally didn't really look into. I didn't want to, it did suck, it sucked, it didn't, boy, it shouldn't. I didn't want to take the chance at the moment, but the concept of it is kind of like a continuous story going on, always entering a new adventure due to a previous quest you have done. If you play Super Metroid, they relied off the Game Boy Color, but from a different game. I can't remember off the top of my head. They said it. I read it up before, but they're always finding the mother brain, which is a really weird enemy. Which is the only downfall, it seems. You're always finding that thing, that brain. Can't kill it, huh? Make you the world's best bounty hunter. But still, you're also not against that. You're against other bounty hunters, I think, after you, which are really cool. The concept, you're not the only, killer out there. You have other people after you. But on top of that, other than the gameplay and the story, I like the layout they're trying to set up. It isn't one-way path. It's like I said, more of a maze. With that concept, you always force to keep these checkpoints saying, oh, there's something, but I don't have the utility. Once you find that, you can go back to those marked checkpoints in your mind, saying, oh, here's something I forgot I could get, and then you go in there and you find out that something useful or something not so useful, like more missiles. It's not like, which I'm personally saying 100 missiles is way, or like over 100 missiles is way too much, but still, it's something that can help you. Life tank, missiles, smart bombs, whatever. Which was amazing with that kind of layout. with that maze aspect. And once you got these other, other items, you were explore more of the maze, overworld. It allows you to, use new challenges, fight these bosses, and continue on to the maze, and to the point, like, hey, look, I'm almost to the game. Which also, when you play a Metroid game, kept track of your percentage. So when you miss something, the game told you kind of, you beat the game, but you're at 85%. Say, oh well, there's a few things I can get. Like, you go out there till you get to 100. It's a nice sense of, hey, I still got things to do in here. I should accomplish it. I should do it. Just finish off the game. Also, I love the button setup. Especially when I play a little bit of Super Metroid to get my hand. The button complexity, not too bad. It had its little ups and downs. A little inconvenient of using like same buttons for like things that you totally have no correlation. But at the end, it was a real nice setup. I got used to it. And it was quick, easy, and nothing nothing too fancy. I didn't have to do up, down, B, left, right. I of course said economical, but I messed it up at the end. Up, down, left, right, B, A, start. That's the economical if you really want to know. But on top of that, with that, it provided a beautiful scenery without the game. You're always admiring. I looked up Metroid Prime, and I noticed some of the scenery was amazing, and it put me in awe, saying, this is like a good representation, not of space, but of the beauty of our planet Earth. Like I said, we can't really base all of these planets off of space. There's nothing in space, but we could mutate them a little bit from our planets and say this could happen to the planet and to be sent to space. It's a nice idea, we launch any planets into space trying to carry an atmosphere like on the moon or Mars, which we can't. But with that, like, ooh, wow, it provided that. On top of that, armor suit was beautiful. And, Samus, of course, blonde hair, big bust and chest. Really provided a man's dream, a super girlfriend. On top of the promise, if you give her attitude, she's probably gonna hit you with her back kick or something, stun you or something. That's the downside. But I'm not that. I'm not gonna go too deep into that. Overall, the game is. It does have that bit, but it's really repetitive. That's like I said, it doesn't provide a really good replay value. I'm always looking for that replay value. I buy a game so I can always play it if I'm bored. That game is really repetitive and has no like new actions. Everything could be, you can beat the bosses the same way really quick. It has no, but you can say that with Super Mario, but they're always trying to different levels. You can say, yeah, Super Metroid is doing the same thing, but it's, you say, oh, I gotta do this, and this in Mother Brain. This, and whatever. So you can say that on Super Mario as well, but I noticed they've been getting better and better by adding items. Samus, they haven't really added too many items. It's pretty much been the same thing, just different story, little different, part of the galaxy, and that's it. Overall, I had to give the game a 7, and a 7.5 out of 10. It has that good thing, but the replay value is gonna hold it back always until they, they come out with a new idea of how they present Metroid. And I heard Trilogy was good. My friends, my friends say Trilogy is good, and I wouldn't mind. But yeah, I should play it. I wouldn't mind. But right now, I kind of want to play with games that I'm for sure that I'm really good. Well, that's pretty much it. Next game, what game should I go with? I should go with Star Fox. And it's gonna be a little interesting in the Star Fox. Not too much gonna be talking about, but let's see what I say next week. Well, this crow's gonna fly, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.